For what purpose does the gentleman from Texas seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass Bill H.R. 3474.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
H.R. 3474, a bill to amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 to allow employers to exempt employees with health coverage under TRICARE or the Veterans Administration from being taken into account for purposes of the employer mandate under the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Brady, and the gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Levin, each will control 20 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Texas.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and include extraneous material on the subject of the bill under consideration.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of H.R. 3474, the Hire More Heroes Act introduced by Representative Rodney Davis of Illinois. The Hire More Heroes Act will help ease the burden on small businesses while incentivizing them to hire veterans who have found themselves out of work as they return home from overseas. President Obama has repeatedly said, if you've got good ideas, bring them to me. Let's go. Well, Mr. President, here is a really good idea. So let's go. Our veterans have sacrificed for our country, and as they return home, they deserve opportunities, and they deserve a job. One thing I routinely hear from my communities back home is that entrepreneurs want to invest in America, and they want to grow their businesses. Well, here's an opportunity to do both. Too often we use the term that something is a win-win. Well, I can think of no better term. This is a win-win. This is a win for businesses who need workers with outstanding skills and ethics, and a win for veterans who just want a job. The Hire More Heroes Act allows businesses that hire a veteran enrolled in TRICARE or through the VA to not count that veteran toward the 50 employee threshold for triggering the ACA employee mandate. The 50 employee threshold has been a big disincentive for small businesses to grow. And if they have more than 50 workers, they fall under that mandate, and their costs go up. So firms with 45, 46, 47 workers are very reluctant to grow any bigger. But if they hire a veteran under this legislation, that won't count for purposes of determining if they have enough workers to trigger the mandate. If that isn't an incentive to hire more veterans, I don't know what is. And these are veterans who already have health care. They just want and deserve a job. I urge my colleagues to support this common sense bill, and at this time I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Texas reserves the balance of